So I'm going to call this video EOS Are You Kidding Me? Hey guys, Darren Miles Photography, based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. I'm in between jobs, but I thought I would give you my 2 cents on the Canon EOS R. I'm sure all the haters or the hate fest has already begun on YouTube with regard to this camera, and I'm sure this video will be looked at as just me piling on. But all things put aside, even though in their defense, Canon has labeled this particular camera as quote-unquote in their mid-range line of cameras, and that they will have more EOS R type cameras coming out in the future, I can't help but express my level of disappointment in this particular release. Only because if I'm a Canon shooter, I feel like Canon has been intentionally handicapping their cameras for years. Just really strange, because they were the first ones to put video into a DSLR with the 5D Mark II. But ever since then, they've kind of like thrown innovation out the window and have left innovation only to their very, very high-end cameras that cost $5,000 or more. The 1DX Mark II, the Cinema line, etc. Now, on paper, the EOS R looks like a very, very capable camera, and I would be lying to you if I told you I wasn't excited about some of those new lenses. The 28-70 f2, the 50mm f1.2, etc. I think they all look really, really intriguing, and frankly, I've always liked Canon lenses, so in that regard, that part of the release I'm kind of psyched about. But here we are again, even with a mid-range camera, I find it incredibly hard to believe that Canon would put out a camera like this and not give it 2 memory card slots. I'm kind of beside myself. I don't understand why Canon and Nikon, if they're truly trying to compete with Sony, why they would come out with a camera today, in today's day and age, with only 1 memory card slot. And the weird thing is, on one of the first videos Canon put out describing the EOS R, they talked about how it could be used in a wedding environment.
It's ideal for serious enthusiasts and for users who are stepping up to their first full-frame interchangeable lens camera. Its feature set should make it a natural for portraits, landscapes, weddings and events, and travel photography.
I gotta be frank with you, as a paid professional who shoots weddings, these days it is unacceptable and irresponsible to use a camera with only 1 memory card slot. That is my opinion. Now, I know a lot of other people are going to disagree with that. They'll say, oh, you know, what did you do back when the 5D only had 1 memory card slot, etc. I understand. But as I always say, cars used to not have anti-lock braking. They used to not have airbags. They do today. And to drive without one almost seems silly. And I feel the same way about cameras with only 1 memory card slot. So needless to say, I likely will not be getting an EOS R, although I am curious to try it out with the hopes of, much like the Nikon Z, hoping for the Mark II, and hopefully the Mark II or a professional version of this kind of camera will have 2 memory card slots, because I do love the dual pixel AF that Canon offers. I still utilize my EOS cinema lines, the C100 Mark II. I still use that all the time because of that dual pixel AF. It's awesome. So I do like that about Canon. I like Canon's color. I've kind of given up on Canon though, because it seems that unless you're buying one of their really, really high-end cameras, they're just not going to give you some of those high-end features, in fact, that are just kind of the norm for virtually everybody else. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry. It's too bad too, because much like the Nikon Z, I was really intrigued by the new mirrorless camera from Canon. So let the hate fest begin. I'm sure there are hundreds of videos already about this camera and why certain people aren't going to get them, etc. Well, put me in that crowd. I want to wait around for the Mark II or some other EOS R camera from Canon. Darren Miles Photography, based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. Hope you guys are having a good day, and